All right, we are here now with Coach Enright after a tough way to open the home season for you guys today. But obviously, you said kind of in our Meet the Coaches interview that it was going to be a tough schedule this year. What are some things that you guys have learned through the first 3 games?
Yeah, I think we have guys assuming it was just going to be the way it was, and we knew as a staff that it wasn't going to be that way. I'm not discouraged in the sense that it's early and this was going to be a figure it out phase. We could be 3-0 right now or 5-0 counting our scrimmages, and it would still be figure it out phase. I mean, we have new guys, in new roles, we're playing with bigs this year. We didn't play with any bigs last year, so there's a significant adjustment phase to dealing with all that. And I have to press the correct buttons here, this week because we've got 3 more home games. Stack them together, and we're just searching for that first win. So, we'll do some calculated review on our personnel decisions this coming week because I do have to, I think, make some adjustments in that category. And at the end of the day, like we have an element of, our leadership needs to be better from me on down. Our dealing with hard things needs to be better. And Keene State has, historically never totally done what we're doing right now, which is full throttle, try to schedule 9 NCAA tournament or NCAA tournament caliber teams in the non-league. And we're doing that, and that's by design, right? Because, one, we want to have a great MPI, and two, we've got freshmen, sophomores, that are playing minutes, which is, different from last year. That we have to get the next wave of guys ready to go compete and win a championship, and we still expect to do that this year. So I'm not discouraged necessarily by the loss. I am discouraged a little bit by our lack of ability to throw the next punch, our lack of ability to take a punch and make an adjustment, and those are the things that we need to improve on right now, and I'm very confident that we will. But it's going to be a process, and I'm excited to take on that challenge.
Sure. I mean, like you mentioned, playing these tough opponents also prepares you for when you get to the NCAA tournament. With the early loss last year, now you get that experience against those big opponents.
Yep.
Now, in today, we didn't see the, new guys, Perkins, but then also Blakey get, a chance to suit up today. Who's somebody that stepped up big time? As you mentioned, you're going to change some personnel decisions. Who's somebody that maybe will get some more minutes in the future?
I don't know about necessarily changing personnel drastically, but we have to look at the positions
Sure.
we're putting guys in. We have to look at, maybe making some changes, but maybe also just adjusting what we're doing. I thought, Alan Wright and Kareem Porter, like those two guys to me, Kareem's a sophomore transfer. I think his motor and, his ability to be physical and play hard is a little bit ahead of his skill right now, and that's okay, But, he had 11 rebounds in 20 minutes. He was uber competitive. He was +6 in those 20 minutes. We were 6 points better than Western New England when he was on the floor. So, I really have to look at that, And then Allen, a freshman, we had him out there for big chunk minutes in the second half. I didn't think he was rattled per se. I think he's got to be a little bit better taking care of the ball, but I thought he was competitive, and I thought he stuck his nose in there. And I think, if he keeps his head down and keeps working, I think he's going to be a really good player here. So credit to some guys, then we do have to get healthy. I mean, Ryan Blakey is a guy that, you could say is our best player, our second or third best player, whatever you want to say. He's a very key guy. And having him go down on the first possession of the first game was difficult, but that's life, man. You got to figure it out, so we will figure it out. And then Henry is a guy who's produced in college, can really score it in the low post, is different from our other bigs in that way. He's not as athletic or as long or as mobile as Dennis is. He's not quite the rebounder Kareem is, but we can throw the ball down there to him and expect that he might be able to score, So having him healthy would be great for us, and we're hoping that he's healthy soon, but we really don't know. So at the end of the day, we'll be off tomorrow. Guys will be able to do some soul searching, and then we'll move forward on Monday, and we'll get better. That's it, man. And this program's been through this before. there was a rebuilding phase after the Ty Nichols crew graduated, and then the next wave of guys became, champions, and we're in the process of building the next wave of guys,
Yep.
So I'm excited about it, and I think we can really, I think we can really be ready to throw a big punch next weekend.
Yeah, and as you said about next weekend, you guys will have some time definitely to debrief from this one today.
Yeah.
And then you'll be home on Friday night against Nichols, and you'll be hosting the Keene State Invitational Tournament next weekend. What are you looking forward to the most for that?
Just another chance to go get a win, another chance to get it right at home. So, we're looking forward to the opportunity to do so. Nichols is a good team who's reeling a little bit. They've had some losses they probably don't wish they would have had. And we're gonna try to throw a big punch on Friday. That's all you can do.
All right, well, thank you, Coach, for joining us,
Yeah.
and thank you, everybody, for tuning in to today's broadcast. Thank you, Carson, for joining me today, and for everybody as a part of the production.
Yep.
Ryan
absolutely.
Goodwin signing off. Have a good one.
Okay. Thanks, fellas.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.